This is Gerardo Del Real with Resource Stock Digest. Joining me today is the president and CEO of Headwater Gold, Mr. Caleb Stroup. Caleb, it's great to have you on. How are you today?
I'm doing great. Great to be here.
Well, listen, our space is kind of like a lazy river, right? It takes a little bit to get going and it doesn't seem like it's very exciting, but once you kind of find that flow, things happen really quickly, and before you know it, you're having a blast. And so I recommended Headwater Gold in one of the paid services that I manage and write. I don't know, maybe 6 months ago. And I did so because of the technical team, your involvement, and I really liked the jurisdiction that you were exploring in. And so, the company sat idly for several months, and then the market was a little tepid, and there wasn't much movement despite some really good technical success and some really good partnerships. And you fast forward here to August the 14th, and all of a sudden you are up some 30% in my portfolio since the recommendation, after being down some 20%. And you just announced a very, very strategic private placement with lead orders from none other than Rick Rule and Mr. Jeff Phillips, who of course is a mutual friend and a mentor to me. Congratulations. The structure of the $1 million financing is extremely, extremely attractive to me. I would love for you to provide the details. Clearly, the market liked it, given the fact that you're trading some 25% above the financing price.
Yeah, no, I think it's a really great outcome here, and allows us to bring in an extra $1 million to sort of scale up our efforts in our ongoing business model in what I think we all sort of perceive as a market that's heating up and a sector that's getting more and more attention. And to be recognized by people like Rick Rule and Jeff Phillips, I think is another vote of confidence in our sort of business strategy and technical team, and just what we're doing and where we're doing it. And to your earlier comment, yeah, I mean, it is sometimes things take slower to develop than you'd hope, but I've always been a firm believer that if you're doing the right things in the right places, looking for high grade gold in Nevada with a strong technical focus and a proven business model, that yeah, you're gonna be rewarded. You might not be able to predict exactly when, but it all comes back around.
Yeah, no, look, I think that's well said. What comes next, right? Literally, in this case, the $1 million question. You're getting funds. You have some amazing partnerships, a lot. And when I say a lot, I mean over, $100 million in potential exploration, partner funded exploration. A lot to like, given where gold and precious metals are, and given the jurisdictional prudence that you've had with the projects that you've brought on under the Headwater Gold banner. What comes next, Caleb?
Yeah, so we're looking forward to a pretty busy second half of the year on the partner funded side, especially. As you know, we have a couple of joint venture projects with Newmont. We're looking to drill one of those in the short term, the next couple of months. We're waiting on one final permit for that, but are teed up to execute that program this year. And then relatively recently, we put together an LOI for 3 partnerships with OceanaGold, and we're expecting to complete the definitive agreement and get drilling immediately this fall under those agreements. So there's going to be quite a bit of activity, in keeping with our overall history of drilling multiple projects every year and giving our shareholders multiple shots on goal for early stage success and real high upside, high grade gold targets in Nevada.
No, look, I think your timing is excellent. I think the model that is so attractive to Rick and to Jeff is going to prove itself out here over the next several months and years. Can you touch a bit on the structure of the deal, and not as far as having the $1 million and the lead order and all that, but the 1 year hold is the part that I know was attractive to Rick. I spoke with him yesterday, and I spoke with Jeff as well. And the typical junior mining financing and how that goes. A lot of people will participate in a financing and get a warrant, and then in 4 months and 1 day, when the hold comes off, You see your stock being sold into the market where people essentially, you know, sell into the market and just kind of hold on to the warrant as a lottery ticket. Clearly, Jeff and Rick are not looking to do that and are volunteering and requiring anyone participating in this financing to lock their shares up for a year, which is impressive.
Yeah, no, obviously that's very attractive to me as well, and a great signal from those guys that they intend to be long-term shareholders and are, you know, true believers in the model that we're pursuing here. So I think that, you know, is a great tangible outcome here of, you know, none of these shares are going to fly into the market, you know, to scalp a warrant in the next year, and just the messaging that this is a long-term view on a group that's doing the right thing. So I think from both perspectives, it's very attractive to me.
Good stuff. Good work. I'm looking forward to some success with the drill bit. And again, I think we're in for a heck of a rest of the year.
I do too. So you know, cross your fingers and we'll get to work.
All right, Caleb, stay tuned. We'll see you soon. Cheers.
All right. Thanks.
Hey everybody, Gerardo Del Real here. If you're enjoying the content that you just saw, you can let us know in 3 simple steps. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and please share across your network and on social media. Take care, everybody.